back. Denver's moratorium on zero parking developments, projects like this building with 108 apartments and no parking spaces, well, that's set to expire at the end of next month. The developments add to the parking problem, some would say, but help with the housing crunch, which is making it harder to find an affordable place to live here in Denver. So joining us to talk about some of Denver's housing woes is Ismael Guerrero, who is the executive director of the Denver Housing Authority. I know this is a frustration for so many people in Denver. Is there affordable housing in Denver? Because some would say no.
Well, certainly over the last several years, the idea and how we talk about affordable housing has really expanded. It could be anything from a senior on fixed income who needs a one-bedroom apartment at $500 a month, to a first-time homeowner who's looking for their first home ownership opportunity at under $300 a month. So really, it seems like as the housing crisis, the lack of housing has gotten tighter, more and more people are talking about their own need for affordable housing. When it comes to federal programs, affordable housing that has federal subsidies, the definition is housing that's affordable to families earning less than 60% of the area median income, which means for a family of four, that's about $48,000 household income. For two, that's about $38,000. Or if you think about the rents, that's somewhere between $750 to $900 for a one-bedroom, or $1,000 to $1,200 for a two-bedroom apartment.
So the Denver Housing Authority's job is to really find those places. Are there enough developments happening in Denver?
Well, there's certainly a lot happening right now, and we have a lot of construction, both of affordable housing as well as obviously market rate housing. And whether you want to say that there's enough happening, no, there's not enough happening. The last number that I've seen out there is that there's a gap of up to 27,000 units of housing that are needed. But really, I don't think there's one magic number out there that if we just could build this many units, then we'd solve the problem. Because so much of it has to do with supply and demand.
Right.
Obviously, we're in a really strong economy right now, a lot of jobs, so a lot of people are moving to the area, and there isn't enough construction of new rental apartments. There's obviously not, almost no condominium development happening, so we just have a really tight supply. At the same time, we have a lot of demand for housing.
And then we're talking about this parking issue as well, a lot of these developments without parking. Is that a problem really, or is it really just helping encourage people to not be so reliant on cars?
You know, I think it's more the latter, right? I think as our city grows, we have to learn to grow up, meaning, higher density housing, and closer to the central city, the central business district, the downtown area. And when you do that, you should be able to live without relying on an automobile, or certainly not more than one. And I think in the downtown area and really throughout the region, with the expansion of fast tracks, with the RTD's focus on improving their bus system, we really have alternate modes of transportation, whether it's public transit, the new bike lanes that are going in throughout the city, car share programs, even bike share programs. And these are things that even at the Housing Authority, as we develop new communities, we make sure we're building these features into our development so we can reduce the number of parking spaces that we have to construct, and help people, encourage them to use other forms.
We hear that word walkability a lot.
Yes.
With less than a minute to go here, what is it that you can tell people who are watching today, what they can do about finding housing? Are there some tricks that maybe they're not thinking about right now? That's one of the huge frustrations we hear in our newsroom. People can't find housing. Yeah,
no, I mean, it's a very tight market. You have to be both very timely, be ready to move, be ready to rent. A lot of what we do with with families who we know are renting is they're making sure that they're presenting themselves as good renters. They understand the lease. They're ready with their down payment or security deposit.
Which is often the biggest obstacle,
quickly.
right?
Exactly.
That money that they need to come up with.
Exactly, especially with rents being as high as they are today.
Okay, I know it's a struggle that not easily resolved, for sure.
That's right, yep.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.